Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and today we have learned a lot more about Battlefield 4. DICE has come out and released an article explaining a bunch of the new features that are going to be in the upcoming game, and this includes some changes to the suppression effect. They dabble a little bit into class balance, but the main focus of the article is with regards to the new field upgrades. So to get things started, it looks like DICE has finally listened to the community regarding the suppression effect. A lot of people were worried it was going to be just like it is in Battlefield 3 with that crazy random bullet deviation that no one appreciated. Like literally, it didn't matter how skilled you were in the game. If you were fully suppressed, there was no way for you to predict where your bullets were going to land. And a lot of people were kind of upset by that. But now apparently the way it's going to work is that if you are suppressed, it is going to increase your weapon sway back and forth, kind of like what you would experience with a high-powered bolt-action rifle. So now as long as you're able to compensate for that and for the recoil of the weapon, your bullets are going to go exactly where your weapon is pointing. And so if you're skilled enough and you can master the weapon and the suppression effect on top of that, you're not going to have any difficulties. I mean, sure, it's still going to be challenging, but like I said, skill is going to be involved and not just this random luck like it currently is. And this is going to be fantastic for the recon class. Currently in Battlefield 3, suppression is the bane of their existence. They rely on accuracy, and if they miss that one shot because of that random bullet deviation, it could mean the difference between life and death. And since they aren't fully automatic weapons like the assault rifles, you can't just spray down range and assume that a couple are going to hit. You need that one bullet to land. So now that this is in place, while it will probably still be challenging to land a shot while someone is suppressing you, it won't be near impossible like it currently is. So that is fantastic news. Another thing the article kind of touches upon is how they are trying to put more gadgets in there to make gameplay feel a little bit more mobile. And the way that they're going about this is that instead of always having to rely on standing around a med pack or an ammo crate, you'll now have little ammo or health packs to give to your allies. So if they want to go and push up on an objective and they don't want to spend the time to sit around a med pack all day, you can put those on their back and then they can go on their way, and it's going to slowly regenerate their health. Another example they give is the SOFLAM and how they are going to be replacing that with the mobile laser designator. And I'm assuming this is going to be much like a binocular system where if you're running around, you switch on over to the laser designator, you see a helicopter in the sky, quickly mark it with that, tell your engineer buddy that it is marked, he can launch whatever missile in its general direction, blow it to smithereens, and it just seems like a much smoother interaction, and so I really do like those changes. Now, field upgrades is what took up a majority of today's article, and if you're not familiar with how these function, they're very similar to specializations in Battlefield 3, but they're also replacing them. So instead of having a perk that you share with all of your allies, be it ammo or sprint, you now get to pick a field path, which will have those 4 upgrades that you want, but you'll slowly unlock them as the match progresses. And the way that you unlock them is by doing squad-based actions. So if you revive or spot for an ally, you'll get points for that, and that's going to increase your pool, which is they're calling the bro bar, and once you get enough points, it will unlock a new specialization for you, and by the end of the round, you can have all 4 of those specializations unlocked like you would currently have in Battlefield 3. But what this really does is that it promotes teamwork, which is fantastic, but it also eliminates the annoying factor where you will have your entire squad running the same specialization. I'm sure you've had those moments where your entire team is running squad ammo and you're like, come on guys, let's think this through. This is a little bit ridiculous. So not only is field upgrades going to promote teamwork, but it's also going to reduce or eliminate that annoying factor. But as for the field upgrades themselves, DICE is telling us that there will be 3 universal paths that you can take, and you can use these on all of the different classes. There's going to be an offensive one, a defensive one, and one that's kind of up in the air right now, and they're actually letting the community decide on that, which is pretty cool. But where things get really interesting is that there are going to be 2 paths specific to each class, and they haven't really gone into exact details on them, but what it looks like and what they're kind of hinting at is that these will be tailored to a certain type of playstyle. So if you want to be a repair bot, you really want to help out your ally vehicles, there is going to be a field upgrade path that will promote that type of playstyle. If you really want to play that medic role and top off everyone's health, there will also be specializations or field upgrade paths that will allow for that that type of playstyle, which is fantastic. It's one of the things that I really liked about Bad Company 2, especially for the medic class in general, and it's fantastic that it's going to be coming back into Battlefield 4. They also give us a nice long list of these field upgrades, and I'm not going to talk about every single one of them because there's a lot. I think there's like 24, 25 or something along those lines, a lot more than what we currently have in Battlefield 3. But the ones that I found interesting is Quick Unspot, which will reduce the time you are spotted, so that is going to be perfect for all those players out there that want to have that stealthy type of gameplay. There is going to be one that will increase how many rockets you have, how many mines you have, how long you can hold your breath, faster repairing. There's also going to be one that will allow you to place down more motion sensors, but one of them that I'm a little concerned about is armor, and this is going to reduce incoming damage to the chest. And I kind of talked about this in a previous video, but why I'm concerned about it is that if you put some sort of damage modifier in there, like Magnum ammo from Bad Company 2, or if you put in something that allows you to take less damage, a lot of people are going to gravitate on over to that, because if you get in a firefight with someone, they have armor on and you don't, and you're using the same weapons and you fire at the same time, if you're equally skilled, they're always going to win that engagement 100% of the time. And it's because of that that makes a lot of people want to use that particular field upgrade. And so I trust DICE, but this is one that I'm just a little concerned about, and maybe it will just promote more accuracy and people will go more for headshots because it only protects the player's chest region. But you think about it, I mean, that's where everyone aims, at least in Battlefield 3 and really any other first-person shooter out there. So I'm still not completely sold on it, and we'll just kind of have to wait and see. But that is about it for today's video, guys. If you would like to read the full article, I highly recommend it. It is a great read. I will leave a link down below in the description. But until tomorrow, guys, have a good one, and take it easy.